What are your plans for the future? Was one question that always scared the shit out of me. But after a lot of planning and thinking, I could finally answer the scariest question in the world. Until I couldn't, because one man ruined all my plans. It wasn't Joe Rogan, by the way, no?
You might have seen him on the Tom Brady roast. He hosts the #1 podcast for comedy in the world. Give it up for my brother, Mr. Tony Hinchcliffe.
I finally turned 18 this year, which according to my mom means that now I'm old enough to drink protein shakes. And to every other adult, it's about damn time I know what I want to do with the next 30 years of my life. And I did. I took some time out and I figured out what I wanted to do with my life. But then, Tony Hinchcliffe ruined all my plans. So fuck you, Tony Hinchcliffe. And I know what you're thinking. How does a famous white American, allegedly gay comedian ruin the plans of an Indian brown boy? To which I would say, valid question. You see, it all starts with my love for pro wrestling. You know, we all watch wrestling as kids, but there comes a phase where we grow up and we realize that it's not real. And then we stop watching it. Not me. Speak for yourself, because I kept on watching it. And I watch it to this day. But one of these days while I was watching the WWE, I noticed something weird. Is that Tony Hinchcliffe? Okay, so apparently Tony Hinchcliffe has been very vocal about his love for pro wrestling. But I didn't know that. So when I saw him on WWE, I was like, yo, what is going on? I was confused, but I was also very excited. Because I don't know about you, but when there is someone I like and they watch or love a TV show or a movie or a sport that I also like, it's very cool because when they talk about it, it's like this weird crossover that I wouldn't expect to happen. And the best example for this was actually 10 years ago on an episode of the Joe Rogan podcast where Tony Hinchcliffe's kind of defending pro wrestling from Joe Rogan, who's kind of shitting on it the whole time. So I decided to watch it. But I don't know if I would have if I knew that this episode of Joe Rogan would ruin all my plans. But firstly, what were my plans? You see, whenever someone would ask me the question, what are your plans for the future? The first thought that would come in my head would be YouTube. But I convinced myself that's not a real plan. So I had a different answer. Get into a design university, do a course on animation and VFX, get an animation degree, work in a small animation company, work in a big animation company, climb the corporate ladder for 15 years, become lead animator, make some good dollar bills, then eventually, inevitably, die. That's a pretty good plan, right? If only they knew that their good plan was going to be ruined by Tony Hinchcliffe in 1 minute. Okay, I've been hyping it up too much. Here's the actual clip.
A couple months ago, they offered me a full-time job to move to Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah, after one meeting, a meeting like this that was about an hour and a half. At the end, they go, "How would you feel about moving to Stamford, Connecticut for 1 year? Job with the WWE writing on the creative side." And I go, "I'm gonna have to think about that." And
yeah. Well, was it good money, like serious money?
super serious money.
Wow.
Insanely serious money.
And you came close.
I was happy to get the offer. I took it as a victory, and I love what I do. I love what I'm doing, and it might be I'll never regret it, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think you regret it right now. I'm looking in your eyes, son.
No.
Tony Hinchcliffe just turned down the coolest job in the world for a wrestling fan. And to anyone who's not a wrestling fan, let me explain how cool this job was in cinema terms. Imagine in your job, you get to decide if Superman stays a hero or turns evil. Imagine in your job, you get a say in which Avenger finally defeats Thanos. Tony Hinchcliffe just turned down one of his dream jobs because he had another lifelong dream.
The money, especially then, I mean, I was so broke, it was crazy for me to turn down the job. I mean, I was fucking starving, and I'm not headlining yet. Couldn't sell a ticket to my name. I'm just some comedy store door guy. So like, I should have, on paper, I am a moron for not taking the job, but it was a huge gamble that, thank God, paid off.
Yeah, well, you believed in yourself.
Tony Hinchcliffe believed in himself and believed that if he just stayed on the same path that he was on for years, there were better things coming to him in the future. And the annoying part is, he was right.
Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
And all that just made me say, fuck the safe path.
That's the only way you ever get where you want to go. You have to take a path that's dangerous, and most people want to take the safe path. The safe path leaves you stuck in quiet desperation.
So fuck you, Tony Hinchcliffe, for motivating me to take risks and go for my dreams. And to everyone that felt clickbaited by the title and the thumbnail of this video and just kind of expected me to shit on Tony Hinchcliffe and call him an asshole, because there's a lot of content like that on the internet. To that I would say, I don't know if he's an asshole, because I haven't been in the same room with him. What I do know is that he's giving new comedians a chance to flourish and build and grow their audience every single week. And I think that alone tells us a lot about him and the type of person he is. Yeah, I'm glazing, dude. I went full on. I was fucking